Hello, hello, hello. This is Tamarina Sims back with another overview of all Pleasantview families in 1927. We are starting the year with the Simovitch family and a very pregnant Fatima. Both had the day off and they spent some time together at the breakfast table, later dancing, then at the dinner table. Vadim was able to work a little bit on his cut-down tree. And then, in the middle of the night, technically already 1928, Fatima got into labor and pushed out a little girl. And I was like, yeah, time for a happy dance. But then she gave the baby to Vadim and started pushing again. And, well, we have a set of twin girls here. We are welcoming the needed ancestor Betty Simovitch with medium dark skin, dark blue eyes and black hair, as well as her twin sister Bessie with the medium skin color, also dark blue eyes and black hair. The next family surprised as well. The Oldies needed a boy to be called Herb Oldie, and I spoiled a bit about the events in this family in the Ruckburn video. The event we are about to witness made Carl Ruckburn a real ancestor, though gender swap. There is only one conclusion left, and after the Oldies had a mostly uneventful day, Irma goes into labor and gives us a girl, which is named Helen Oldie. She has light skin like both parents, brown eyes from Irma, and blonde hair from her father. In my own rule set, two gender-swapped ancestors can proceed with the legacy. Anastasia Marsh, a Roman sim, greets the only Roman sim that is walking by, Bruno Ruckburn, who is already quite popular with the women in town. Nothing serious happened, they kissed, pillow-fighted, made out, that's it. The Roman Sims in town aren't working heavily on romancing others right now, but that might come. After Bruno left, I took the opportunity to build and start a home business with the candles Anna is making. Nothing special as always, just a little shop in the front facade where Anastasia can sell her candles and the side product of honey. Her goal is still to make beeswax candles. She sold a bit of her stuff, and in the evening she tried again for a baby with her husband William with no luck. He was gone working at the Pleasant shop the whole day. The Sims had a normal day ahead of them. Henry did go to work as firefighter, Regina stayed home with her baby daughter Peggy. That gave her the opportunity to work on the old car in her garage. She heard about the break-in to the Pleasant household and that they are saving up for a new car, so Regina tries to hurry to get this car fixed, so maybe the Pleasants will buy it off her. Later that day, Peggy had her birthday and becomes one of the cutest toddlers in town. Her star sign is Capricorn. This is a screenshot I took when I was checking out Enriqueta's pregnancy status. I wanted to send her to the kindergarten, but wasn't sure about her pregnancy, and it shocked me to see her carrying two babies. So I waited for her to give birth before sending her out, and yes, I took the original option, as always, and it really was two babies. But luckily boys, and therefore the needed ancestor Simmons Bachelor and his twin brother Sergio. The day at the kindergarten was used to film some scenes for the latest Machinima episode, so no further footage of this here. However, Milton stayed home to look for his plants and took care of his babies as best as he could. The Dreamers had also a quiet, uneventful day so far. Dalmar was at work, Dacia stayed home. Dalmar got some work on his own garden in until, also at night, Dacia got into labor and brought the needed ancestor Davis Dreamer to life. Of course, he has black skin and hair and the dark blue eyes from his father. Later that night, little Daisy learned to use the potty, the most helpful of the 3 toddler skills. While Marshal Denders was at work, Melinda called Enriqueta in to look after the firstborn Dale, so Mel was able to go on a reeds hunt. Later, Marshall did his chores, his duty is the laundry stuff. Melinda weaved some baskets, and at the evening, Dale had his birthday. He is a Scorpio. After fixing him up a bit, I sent all of the family to bed. However, Marshall couldn't sleep through the night and decided to get some exercise in to make him sleepy. Les Pleasant got another promotion to starter, that is level 4 of the athletic career. He is doing really fine. So he gets home, changed his dress and got the order to look after his son. He is not good with kids. Maybe if Jeff is a child, Les can spend more time with his son. Later on, Benjamin Burb walked by and Les is always looking for more practice and tries to keep his fans in town happy, so he plays a bit with Benjamin baseball. However, this overheated him, and since Kinder is at the shop, Les has to deal with this on his own. He managed to overcome the heat, but feels still a bit hot, but was able to manage the birthday of Jeff, who is now an Aries toddler. The Newbie kids were at the kindergarten, therefore Max had some time to herself while Bob Sr. was at work. Later that day, family life came back to the house, Max cooking dinner, Bob teaching Mary to speak, and Bob Jr. were somewhere behind the chairs hiding. At the Burbs, Susan taught Beatrice to walk and later got some time to herself reading the cooking magazine. Benjamin was looking through his tide pools, and later the family found time to eat dinner together. At the Goths and their business with the forest, they were sold out, but that was also the highlight of the day. I did some machinima filming on the lot as well, so not much footage here today. But later on, Samuel brought a smile on my face when he came home in his underwear. He did wear that at work. The Darongs also had a normal family day at home. Simon Crumblebottom came for another visit. He seems to care for the Darongs the most. Both are working for him. And Delilah grew up into a child. After looking through all the hair options, I decided to keep her in the hair she grew into. She will also visit the school in Pleasantview soon. That means I will make a special episode of her as well, like I did with the Ruckburns. And lastly, her room got a little makeover. She also has a desk to do her homework at. You remember the Jones? Last time I was waiting for that baby to arrive and it didn't show up. And now, minutes after I loaded into the household, Alice jumps out of the bed. Paul also has a visitor for a membership card, and labors start in front all of them. I was nervous. We already had 3 boys in a row and the Jones needed also a boy. But they were lucky and got their needed ancestor. Welcome Roger Jones, who has medium dark skin and black hair like his father and the grey eyes from his mother. He also really looks like his father. Unfortunately, Alice has to go to work after a quick breakfast and Paul stayed home with his new son. But Paul took it easy, worked on his creativity, and later his boss Gunter Goth came for a visit. Later that evening, the couple danced happily. And that was it again. We looked through 13 families this time, because the Crumblebottoms got their machinima and the Ruckburns had their special episode. This playthrough was a tough one, with 7 babies born, among them 2 twin couples. A new romance grew between Bruno Ruckburn and Anastasia Marsh, no burglaries so far. However, 3 babies grew up into toddlers and 1 toddler into a child. Next time we are entering 1928. There is no machinima planned for that year, but we will visit Delilah Darong and her family. I hope you enjoyed this video so far and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!